I have a confession to make. It's something I've kept in a cup for a while. A little secret that resonates with many of us, yet rarely gets the spotlight it deserves. So I kind of feel obligated to reveal it here today. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jordan, and I'm a coffee addict. It all began October 2020 at the tender age of 17. I was sitting at my desk studying for my matric exams, flipping page after page after page. Fatigue started to kick in, and I was desperate to stay awake. So I did what any reasonable person would do in a midnight crisis. I went to the kitchen, and I made my first cup of coffee. 1 cup led to 2, then 3, then 4, then 4.5, and let's just say I stopped counting after 5. It was no longer about that instant jolt of energy. It was about the taste, that rich, bold, and creamy flavor, and its heavenly aroma that lingers in the air. Fast forward a bit, and my love for coffee has led me to become a barista, brewing your favorites, cappuccinos, Americanos, lattes, and all the others that you don't know the names to. But as I curated cup after cup, I began to notice some very serious problems that are simply not sustainable. And today, I am going to address them. So, listen up carefully, because I am about to spill the beans. Problem number 1. Did you know that 500 billion cups of coffee are consumed each year globally? That's 500 billion non-reusable cups and 500 billion plastic lids, all gone to waste after one use. My favorite economist, Dr. Donnie Jordan, has a saying that goes, "The consumer is king." And it's true. Just think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, if we all tomorrow went into our favorite coffee shops with our reusable cups and demanded to have our drinks be made in it, the industry would change their practices overnight. Not because they suddenly care about sustainability and the planet, no, but because the king has spoken. And in this kingdom, the king doesn't wear a crown, no. The king sips from a reusable cup. It's simple economics. Supply and demand. The industry dances to the tune of what us consumers demand. The only question is, what music are we really playing for them? This would impact and have such an environmental impact on our planet. Just think about it. Imagine sustainable Susie strolling in with her reusable coffee cup, ready to place her very simple order. A grande iced macchiato with almond milk, extra caramel, 2.5 shots of sugar-free vanilla syrup, and 2 shots of espresso. Very sustainable, very mindful, very demure. Problem number 2. In the coffee industry, milk wastage is normal. According to the Latte Art Factory, 25% of milk is wasted due to spillage, spoilage, and over-preparation. The wastage continues into the various pastries and sandwiches that are thrown away when they're not sold by their sell-by date. When you add all this up, the coffee industry becomes a significant contributor to the annual 1.6 billion tons of food wastage globally. However, fear no fear. A solution is here. In the innovative world we live in today, there are various apps and platforms that allow us as consumers to buy the surplus food from our favorite coffee shops. This is innovative as it allows us consumers to buy our favorite foods at a discount price, while for businesses, they are able to rectify the losses they could have incurred. Practices like this give practical solutions to food wastage, reduce inefficiencies, and strengthen the sustainability of the value chain of coffee industries. But it's not just coffee shops. As a student, Going to the grocery store can be a challenge. I see these standard 24-slice loaves of bread, yet I know I only consume 2 slices a day, and we all know what happens to bread just after 5 days. It is time to shift our mentality from excessive bulk purchasing to a farmer's market mentality. You see, in a farmer's market mentality, I pay by weight, meaning I could bring my own container and purchase only 2 slices of bread, paying for only what I will consume. You see, as consumers, it is easy to overlook the outreach we have in sustainability. However, when you start digging into the details, it hits you. Our lack of sustainability is brewing some serious problems for our future. So how do we fix this? You see, sustainability is not something that just starts and stops from the food we eat and the coffee we drink. It's something we need to weave into every part of our daily lives. Take your phone, for instance. Did you know that the production of cell phones generates 146 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions each year? Yet, each year, a new phone hits the market. Suddenly, your perfectly functioning phone feels outdated. In what feels like a century ago, it used to be an accomplishment to be able to preserve your phone for many years. Now, we've normalized replacing gadgets, not because they've stopped working, but simply because a shinier and more expensive version has hit the market. This constant cycle of consumption isn't just a strain on your wallets, it is a strain on our environment. Ladies and gentlemen, we can no longer afford to just sit back, sip our coffee, and pretend that unsustainability doesn't affect us. Floods in Asia, wildfires in the America, droughts in Africa, El Nino, La Nina, the list goes on and on and on. Our planet is sending us some urgent messages, and we cannot afford to ignore them anymore. Sustainability lies within the consumers. It is in our hands where we will see the impact. Although it is a complex, it is interconnected, and in what terms us economics love to call a wicked problem, sustainability has its impact. However, through it all lies one simple solution: our choices. Cup by cup, choice by choice, habit by habit. The real impact lies within us. We cannot wait for governments and CEOs to act first. It is up to us if we want to see a sustainable future. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jordan, and I am a sustainable coffee addict. Thank you.